Congratulations, everyone. You made it. Today is your opening day. In Google Classroom, go to Classwork. In Classwork, I've added a new Google Form review survey. At the end of class, you'll click this and take the survey. But for right now, let's go to the Pizza Shop 2019. Let's open up the Pizza Shop 2019 Google Sheets. Today we are going to calculate pizzas sold and total profit. So I'm going to scroll down, and I've already highlighted them in blue and purple. Today what we want to do is we want to work on the pizzas sold first. Now I'm going to click on this very first pizza that I've made, the cheese pizza. I'm going to click on it, and in this cell, I'm going to put in a formula for a random number, okay? Formulas always start with an equal sign, so I'm going to start with an equal sign. Then I'm going to type in the word R-A-N-D for random, and you can see there are two formulas for random. One is R-A-N-D, and one is R-A-N-D between. What I want is a random number between, so I'm going to select that one. It kind of walks you through this formula. So I want a low number and a high number. My low number is going to be 1 pizza sold. Then I'm going to put in a comma. My high number is going to be 20 pizzas sold. And I want to close it with a parentheses. Now I'm going to hit enter. It's going to generate a random number for me. That random number is 6. Now, since I've already put that formula in, I'm going to click on the cell. I'm going to go to the tiny square at the bottom of that cell, put my mouse right on it, click and hold, and drag over to the other cells. That's going to give me a random number between 1 and 0. When I let up, there are my random numbers. Now, these random numbers might change throughout this process, and that's okay. What I now want to do is I want to figure out how many pizzas I sold. So I'm going to do an auto sum. I already have them highlighted, so I'm going to go up to the E at the top, the functions, click it. I'm going to choose sum, and then hit enter again. I sold 110 pizzas so far on my opening day. Now, what I want to calculate is the profit. How much money did I make making those 110 pizzas? Now, again, these numbers may change as we do some more calculations. They might change for the good, or they might change for the bad. Here we go. The total profit line is this. Again, formulas start with an equal sign. I'm going to start with an equal sign. Then I'm going to click on how many pizzas I sold for this cheese pizza, 11. Now I want to multiply. Multiplying on the computer is Shift 8, that little asterisk sign. Now I'm going to click on the profit line that I calculated last week. I know that I make $2.75 whenever I sell a cheese pizza. I sold 11 of them. What I want to do is I want to get my answer now. Hit enter. So now it's changed that number to 7. I made $19.25 on it. That's the joy of the random number. I'm not sure what's going to come up whenever I do my calculations. Since I put this multiplying formula in, I want to go ahead and drag it over to the other cells as well. I'm going to go to my little dot on the bottom corner of that cell, click and hold, and drag over, and let go. Again, it's changed my number. I'm down to 100, and that's okay. But you can see here are my profits that I made per pizza. I want to do one more calculation here. I'm going to highlight these numbers, and I want to see how much money I make on opening day. I'm going to go up to my formula, sum, hit enter. Here I go, my final calculation, enter. Wow, look at this. I made 147 pizzas, and I made $414.79. Wow, that's a big number. Do you think that you'd be able to stay in business using this number? Well, let's do a little bit more calculations here at the bottom. I know that I had $414.79. Okay. I know that I can work down here, and I know that there are 7 days in a week. Is my business going to be open every day? Well, I'll probably take a day off, so I'm going to be open 6 days. what I'm going to do is I'm going to multiply here now my 414, which now has changed as I make these calculations, times 6. Let's see how much this is. I'm going to go ahead and equals. I'm going to take this number times, again, shift 8 to get that asterisk, the 414. Now I'm going to hit enter. Okay, this is what I would make per week. Now that's $2,488.74. Do you think that's enough to stay in business? Now you can see how it's changed. It's now 322. So it went down a little bit whenever I made this last calculation. Well, I know that there are about 52 weeks in a year, so I can do this final calculation here. What I'll do is I'm going to do 2,488 times 52 weeks. Now I might be off a couple days here, but that's okay. I'm going to see what my average would be. Equals, take this, shift 8 to get the times, this number, hit enter. Wow, that's a pretty big number. $129,376 per year. Okay, now, is that money that I'm going to be bringing home? Probably not, because what I'm going to do is I need to pay employees, I need to pay rent on my building, I need to buy more supplies. And you can see some days are good and some days are not as I make these calculations. This was just one day that I created here in my spreadsheet. Now, I want you to sum it up a little bit here at the end of class. So I'm going to go back to Google Classroom. I'm going to open up the Pizza Shop profits. I want you to tell me your first and your last name. I want you to tell me the name of your pizza shop. I want you to tell me what your total number of pizzas sold was. So I need to go back to that sheet. I can take this number, 400, 400, what I did here, or the 136 that I have now, and type that in. Then I can go over to my total profit. What was my total profit? What have I been using to calculate? So I can go back here. It was 414.79. Put that in. Look at your profits. And if you did this calculation, you might be able to see it. If you didn't, that's okay too. Do you think that you'll be able to stay in business very long? What do you think? Yes, no, or maybe. Final question. Would you be interested in becoming a small business owner someday? Do you think it would be a difficult job? Tell me a little bit about it. Write a complete sentence. Now, here's your assignment again. You're going to open up Google Drive to open up the Pizza Shop spreadsheet. Once you do that, make sure that you calculate using the random number formula and also the multiplication formula to get the pizza sold and the total profit. I'll put these two formulas on the board for you. I'll be around to help out. Once you get both of those, you want to do a total for each column. Write down the numbers so they don't change as you do the calculations. This was just one day on my opening day. You can see that number has changed a little bit. Then once you complete that, please do the Pizza Shop form that I have for you. When you're all done, you can play Papa's Pizzeria. Thanks. Hopefully you enjoyed this lesson. I'll be around to answer any questions that you might have. Enjoy the day.